dear, and a fruitful embody, the pleasant garden and great Italy, and with my father's love and leave him on, with his good will and thy good company, my trusty servant, well approved and all. Here, let us breathe and happily institute a course of learning and ingenious study. But Stranio, for the time I study, virtue, and that part of philosophy will I apply the truth of happiness, by virtue specially to be achieved. Now tell me thy mind, for Pisa left, then to Padua comes, as he that leaves a shallow flash to plunge him in the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Me perdonato, gentle mastermind. I am at all affected as yourself, and glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let us be no stoics nor no stocks, I pray. No profit is grown where no pleasure is taken, son. In brief, study what you most affect.
Gramercy's lad, well dost thou advise. Now, if being jealous that word come ashore, we can at once put us in readiness and find lodgings fit to entertain such friends as the time in Padua shall beget. But there while what company is it?
Ah, master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, he put me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngster daughter before I have a husband for the elder. Now, if either of you both love Katrina, because I know you will and love you well, leave so you have to court her at your pleasure.
To Carter, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio. Will you any wife?
I pray you, sir! Is it your will to make a sale of me amongst these mates?
Aha! Mates, maid? How mean you that? No mates for you unless you were of a gentler, milder mold.
If fate, sir, you shall never need to speak. Oh, if it is not halfway to her work, but if it were, death not her care should be. To comb your noodle with a three-legged stool, paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us. And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good pastime for us. That when this stock man a wonderful flower. Aye, but on the other side of what he makes mild behavior and sobriety.
Peace, radio!
Well said, master. Monk, and gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, then I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, get thee in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee nevertheless.
A pretty peach! It is best to put finger in the eye.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure, humbly I describe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayst hear Minerva speak. Signor Baptista, what will you be so strange? Sorry, my, that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief. What? Do you feel her up? Signor Baptista, hold this with fiend of hell and make a bed of any type of tongue. Gentlemen, content ye. I am resolved. Bianca, go in. For I know you take a great delight in music, poetry, and instruments. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct to youth, and if you, Hortensio, or you, Signor Gremio, know any such, prefer them hither. Both to cunning men I will be very kind and liberal in mine own children's good bringing up. And so, farewell. Katharina, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
And I trust I may go, too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours and so be like? I knew not what to take and what to leave. Ha!
You may go to the devil's dance. Your gifts are not so good. His none will hold you. Their love is not so great, Hortensio. But we may blow our nails together and fast and fare it out.
Well, the nature of our quarrel not brook far. No, upon advice, it toucheth us both. That way we yet again have access in the fair Bianca, to be happy rivals in her love, to labor and effect one thing especially.
Oh, what's that, I pray?
Marry, sir. To get a husband for her sister.
A husband?
Aye.
Nay, devil!
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man is so very fool to be like the hell? I had his leave. Take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But since this bar-in-law makes us friends, it shall be so far forth friendly maintained, until, by helping Baptiste's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest daughter free for a husband, and then have to it afresh. He who runs the fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Guerrilla?
I am agreed. And would I have given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
Sir, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love and idleness, and now in plainness I do confess to thee that art to me a secret. Oh, Tranio, I'll burn, I'll pine, I'll perish. Oh, Tranio, if I achieve not that young, modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, if I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, if I know thou wilt.
Master, it is no time to chide you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love has touched you, naught remains but so. Redemi te captum quam quies minimo.
Gramercy, lad, go forward. Discontent. The rest will comfort when I counsel sound.
Master, you look so longingly upon the maid. Perhaps you marked not what is the pith of all.
Oh, yes. I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Ah, saw you no more. Marked you not how the elder sister began to scold the rate of such a storm that mortal ears could hardly endure the din?